The title makes me sound horrible, but hear me out. My sister is severely autistic. She requires attention almost 24/7 and cannot be left alone. She's nonverbal and cannot take care of herself at all. Despite the fact that she's only 12, she is extremely destructive and violent, and destroys anything she gets her hands on. I hate her. That should be wrong to say, but it doesn't feel like it. I was only 6 years old when she was born, and since then I've never solely had my parents' attention. Ever since I can remember, the world has revolved around her. I was moved out of my room into the basement at 7, because she needed to be in the room next to my parents. All of my toys as a child were destroyed by her, and my parents simply ignored me when I complained. Even when I was 14 and she destroyed a Mac my school gave me. I was the one in the wrong. Along with this, I'm expected to take care of her and drop everything I do for her. I can never make plans with friends because my parents expect me to be there if they need me to watch her. Even when I do somehow get time to myself, I'm required to leave if they need me. If I don't, then I'm punished. The most recent example. I went to see the new Spider-Man movie, and I was grounded because I turned my phone off in the theater. It seems like I'm nothing more than a slave to them, and anything involving her simply overshadows me. This last week, I was chosen to give a speech at a school event. I was so excited, and my parents promised to be there. But they never showed. They claimed it was because of my sister. Anytime anything like this happens for me, they're too busy with her. I held this in for so long, and it finally spilled out today. While talking about colleges with my father, he joked that I should get a degree that pays well, so when they're gone, I can take care of my sister. I don't know why, but this caused me to break down. I cried and screamed about how it's always about her, that I'm nothing more than a caretaker to them. That they always make it about her, and that I'm expected to be her slave for the rest of my life. I locked myself in my room after that, and my parents didn't come to check on me. After thinking about it for hours, I realized you're right. I don't despise my sister. It's not her fault she was born the way she is. My parents came to talk to me a while after my breakdown, but I couldn't bring myself to talk to them. I just cried and asked them to leave. They made arrangements with my grandfather for me to stay with him, to have some space and time to collect myself. So here's my update. Since that day, I've been staying with my grandfather, and this week has been a huge change for me, for better and for worse. I started by telling my grandpa the full story of why I broke down. And to be honest, he seemed horrified. No one in my family knew my parents were using me as essentially a free care service for my sister. My grandpa told me some things I don't feel comfortable repeating, but in essence, my sister is supposed to be getting care from a professional, and my parents were ignoring that. I was not supposed to be caring for her at all, given her mental state, as apparently she is a danger to herself and others. He was really upset and told me not to contact my parents without him there. He said he would be meeting with my parents beforehand, and that he would be there when I sat down with them. It didn't end there either. The rest of the week, other family members checked in on me, and told me things my parents had hidden from me. This included the fact that my parents had been taking money from family to fund a caretaker that doesn't exist. Suffice to say, this week has been rough. But the upside is that even through all this, my extended family has been giving me more love than I've felt in a while. My grandfather spent the last week making up for the time I lost, encouraging me to spend time with friends and do things I wanted to do. My aunts and uncles have also been helping me through. Well, Saturday night, I sat down with my parents to talk. It went badly, to say the least. They came clean to me about everything. They told me things I will not repeat here, but they did not apologize. My parents still claimed that I somehow owed my sister my time. My father even said, "You were put here to be her caretaker." I won't lie and say I was composed. I confronted them about the fact that my sister needed a professional caretaker, the money my dad was taking from his own sister, and a few other things. They denied it or made excuses. And in the end, we ended off in a worse place than before. After talking with my grandfather and uncle last night, I'm not going back. Today I'm going to pick up my stuff and move in with my grandfather. When I graduate high school, I'm planning on leaving the state to go to school. My aunt told me that the money she was sending my dad will instead be coming to me from now on. My parents have called me twice since Saturday, neither time was to apologize. They only asked when I was coming home. I won't be going back to them. We just got back from moving my things out of my parents' house. Everything I wanted to take, my grandpa and uncle helped move. I had my birth certificate, social security card, and every other document I could think of. My parents were quiet the whole time. Shortly after I arrived, my dad left with my sister, and my mom only hovered over us silently as we moved. It took a while, but as we left, she broke down and told me she loved me and would miss me. I hugged her and said goodbye, and that was it. Even now I sit here and wonder if she really meant it. After this whole week of her not saying anything, she waited until the very end. I hope she meant it. Right now though, I think I just need to look ahead. Maybe one day me and my parents can reconnect. I hope so. Through all of this, I've learned something I wish I'd seen earlier. I don't hate my sister. In fact, I love her with all my heart. I should never have projected my hate onto her. That was wrong, and someday I hope to make up for it. But for now, I need to move on. Thank you all for the advice and love. It's been amazing, and I'm glad that through this experience, I at least got something positive out of this mess. See you, Space Cowboys.